I travel across Oregon, I am always on the lookout for what I call touchable history. Interesting places and moments in time that'll teach me more about this place I call home. Hi there, I'm Grant McComey, your host for Travel Oregon's Grant's Getaways. And this week, we get up close and personal with a real hotbed of volcanic history, magma flows, and a birthplace of mountains. Come on along as we head to Central Oregon and discover more about the Newberry National Volcanic Monument. At nearly 8,000 feet, it's easy to fall in love with the Cascade Mountain's many points of view.
Probably the most spectacular views you can find that you can drive up to is Paulina Peak. On a good clear day, you can see from Mount Adams in Washington to Mount Shasta in California. On a good day, you can see to the Steens to the east.
Everywhere you look is a recreation heaven on earth, with snow-capped peaks, deep green forests, inviting pockets of ponds and grassy meadows, plus two gorgeous lakes called Paulina and East. Come down closer to ground at places like the nearby Lava Butte and discover that all of this is a part of the remarkable Newberry National Volcanic Monument near Bend. Geologist Bob Jensen says you quickly learn that so much beauty was actually built upon devastating natural disasters that date back 75,000 years.
Key place to start is the Lavalands Visitor Center. Great viewpoint on the top of Lava Butte to overlook the area. Lava River Cave, it's a great lava tube, it's the longest in the state.
Come prepared with light and dress for warmth inside the Lava River Cave, where it's a constant 42 degrees. The cave's entrance is nicknamed the Collapsed Corridor because the cave's air mixes with the outside air to expand and contract the cave's walls and ceiling. Be sure to stop along the way and examine what at first glance looks like a sort of glazed donut.
People think that the water is mixing with minerals and dripping. That's not happening. This is solid basalt. It hasn't changed in 75,000 years.
They're completely surprised at what they almost missed and completely excited that they didn't.
The monument's manager, Scott McBride, says visitors to this national treasure can spend weeks exploring the monument's 50,000 acres and never see the same thing twice.
The access to volcanic features, the types of recreation you can do in the center of a national monument, in the center of a caldera, which is essentially the heart of a massive volcano spreading out the size of Rhode Island.
While much of the monument is ancient, geologist Bart Will says places like the Big Obsidian Flow date back a mere 1,300 years.
It started off as a very violent eruption. The obsidian and pumice, which is banded, would have come out much slower, more like a toothpaste. It would have just oozed out, and that could have taken years and years and years.
The Big Obsidian Flow has attracted human visitors for hundreds of years. Today, you can hike the mile-long interpretive trail to gain first-hand knowledge about the black glass and its link with humans.
It's sharp like glass. It's very brittle, but it holds a very keen edge, but it breaks very easily. So once you've used a tool, say an arrow, usually it'll break and the tip will break and they won't be able to use that again.
A lot of people walk in the front door and they ask, where's the caldera? Well, you're in it.
Bruce Bronson at East Lake Resort says the lake has long been a drawing card for the angling crowd. Oh man, that's a nice looking
Isn't that
fish.
a nice fat fish?
Oh man, especially at daybreak when trout and kokanee are on the bite.
I've taught you everything I know.
They came up as children. They'll come with pictures of themselves in front of these same cabins, and they're about 5 or 6 years old. You know, like, boy, that hasn't changed much.
East Lake Resort's cabins offer all the comforts of home, just like the Cozy Cafe, where no one ever walks away hungry. Rental boats put you on the water where fishermen troll or cast flies that entice big fish to bite.
Beautiful fish.
Nearby, 2 East Lake campgrounds offer more than 150 campsites for tent or trailer, with plenty of lakeshore elbow room that'll find you coming back to Newberry again and again.
The camping, the hiking, horseback riding, the opportunities, and you throw in let's go caving, almost anything you can think of that you would like to do recreationally, the fact that you can do in this national monument is extraordinary.
Extraordinary and yet so easy to reach and accessible for visitors of all ages. You want to be sure and check out the Newberry National Volcanic Monument. We have all the details, directions, and contact information so you can make your own outdoor adventure right here on the Travel Oregon website. So until next week, do get out here and explore the great Oregon outdoors. Let Travel Oregon be your guide. For Travel Oregon, I'm Grant McComey.